This is Valley Stream Junior High School in the house right here. Just got done at Holy Names. Love that school. All girls Catholic school. And I'll tell you, 2 years ago, I really showed my unconscious bias. One of my many unconscious biases that I have, that we all have. You know, I thought it was going to be tough. Me, mixed martial arts, all girls Catholic school. What the heck was did I belong, you know, there for? And I just screwed that all up. What do I have to give a bunch of females, young ladies, this rough and tough mixed martial arts guy, and how wrong I was? I learned that there's so many lessons that I have, especially raising 3 girls myself, that that vulnerability that I can show is big time, and the lessons that I've learned speak to young ladies just as powerfully. And I think, honestly, I've had more relationships with young ladies, with sweethearts and heroes, than I have actually with young men. I just seem to reach out to them, and they reach back out to me. I got 2 handwritten letters today. By the end of school, I haven't read them yet. But I don't get that from young men. Anyway, so now I'm on my way to New York City, and Rick and I are going to speak down at a school I think called Valley Stream, I think it's called. I have to look. But excited. Head back down to the island, just outside of New York City, actually, on Long Island. So we're super excited. We're headed that direction. So I'm sure it's going to be a fun ride. We got about a 3-hour car ride, and make some superheroes on the island. Here we go. Showtime. Boom. No, this is no, don't drive away. Hey, this is serious. Hey, look, this isn't a joke. Hold on, I'm not in focus. Listen, this is serious, bro. Listen, hey, this is serious. Roll down your window. Listen.
In the car.
Listen, I got someone on the phone.
Okay.
It's serious stuff.
Okay, it looks really serious. You're laughing.
I know. Rick hates the camera. You want to talk to him? Here, you talk to him.
No, I don't want to talk to him.
Serious, this is big time.
No.
You want to talk to him?
No, I don't.
I'm gonna turn your speaker down.
No.
Turn your radio down.
No.
So you're gonna hate me?
Yeah.
And don't say no. Hold on. Turn it down. Hey, idiot.
We've never seen Toronto do in the playoffs, though.
Listen.
Probably not watching a lot of Raptors basketball because it is a very different team, and the roles that they're playing are very different.
Hold on.
It doesn't feel like they're going to show up in the postseason and fail simply because that's been how things have always gone. They have an incredibly effective bench, which at one point people thought was going to be a weakness for them.
Serious. All right,
and their stars are playing better and smarter and more.
Hold on, don't go anywhere. Hey, I got Rick Yarish here.
Hi, Rick.
Hi.
Hi.
All right, Long Island. We're actually just outside of JFK, headed to Valley Stream. No idea. Never heard of the school before. I'm sure it's a school that has a connection with another school. We've been down here. That's how Sweethearts and Heroes spreads. It's actually, I look a mess this morning. It's actually mostly word of mouth. A lot of principals and superintendents get 50 anti-bullying notes and emails and requests, and yeah, I've heard this before when we tell them that that it will change the world. And but when somebody calls one of their friends and says, you gotta see these guys, you gotta see this message, more than Rick and I, this message, then they call us and say, hey, my friend, my buddy, my colleague said that this message was amazing, we gotta have you. So probably what happened at Valley Stream, because we don't really know anyone there. So we're gonna go check out Valley Stream. Excited about it. We're gonna do our thing. Change the world.
I was in Iraq, and I was in the Army, and I was on a patrol on a dirt road that I had been on many times before, in a vehicle called a Bradley.
Who cares? Look at him, man. He's a freak. Yeah, let's go make fun of him, won't you? Yeah, what are you doing? Whoa, what are you doing? Hey, you're my best friend. What are you laughing at? Oh!
Somebody take this. Alright, bet. So it's on, right? Yeah. Do something.
No.
Hey, wait, no, let me get
Thank you.
so cute. Khalid, I'm on Instagram, Mia K200413.
Oh, that's look at that. What? Oh, I have to hold it. I don't know what to do. Hold on. Yo. Okay, I'm on Snap, you heard, alright?
Yo.
I'm on Instagram, MIA K200413.
I'm your Snap, RE.PR.
FAIZAHMUNAWAR. That's my Snap. Now, my Insta, wait, hold on, give me my Instagram. FAI.XAH. Yo, this is my first teacher right here.
This is Valley Stream Memorial Junior High School in the house right here. I'm about to get on with Jill's Universe. Watch this. That's all you got, bro?
Subscribe to Jack Bush Club.
What?
What are you doing?
I'm recording a YouTube.
Why are you hurting my best friend, bro? You want to fight? Yeah. You want to fight?
Yo, my boy, yo. What is going on? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're back.
Go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jackushka. It's JACK space UZHCA. Channel's dead nice.
Go to Shania, you can start turning.
You gotta get that. It's beautiful.
Tell me if you're really there. Don't make me fall in love again if you won't be here.
It's good, huh?
Don't make me fall in love again if you won't be here.
She makes like chicken biscuits.
I can give it away.
That's amazing. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with me. That was one of her friend's favorite songs.
That was really nice.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, it was amazing.
So I'm here at Valley Stream and something blew my mind because they don't usually have this out in the open. Maybe in a wrestling room they would, but check it out here. We got my man, Dan Gable. Look at this. Up here in giant wording, right? A couple Dan Gable quotes. The first period is won by the technician. The second period is won by the kid in the best shape. The third period is won by the kid with the biggest heart. And I would tell you the same thing as Sweethearts and Heroes Land, that most people think they're gonna jump into action, but it's the one with the biggest heart that's truly gonna jump into action and save the world. So brilliant, man, I love it. And you got a school that's got Gable up on the wall, it's gotta be killer. And it has been killer so far. What's up, dude?
Here we go.
And then I'm gonna order your guys' salad.
You better get quick going upstairs. I got a hole in my knee. Oh, jeez. Here we go with the knee thing again. Oh, God.
God.
Here we go with it. You want me to take it off right now and put it in your face?
What's your name?
I'm going to.
Nice to meet you, Jamal. What grade are you in?
Awesome. Oh, thanks, Jennifer.
Were you in there?
Thank you very much.
You have a good time?
Very much.
You want to say something to the people?
Hello. My name's Jamal. How's your day?
I like that, Jamal. That's just kindness, right? Makes a difference, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. How's your day?
There you go,
From
Tom.
Jamal. Now you're in focus. And what's your name? Michaela. They're giving me a lesson here. So they were looking at my fingernails, and Morgan's fingernails were sweet. Look at those babies, right? So I asked her who did them, and she said Kenny. And I'm like, really? Because I don't hear a lot of guys doing nails, but you're telling me that sometimes. Well, I do mine, right? But like when I think of going to a salon, I think about ladies doing nails, right? So, but you were telling me that sometimes dudes are better at doing nails.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't know. I guess it's, you know, boys like they're sloppy with their stuff, but I don't know. He makes sure he goes over it a couple of times, make sure it's right.
Oh, is he cute too?
I guess.
I don't know. What's up, dude? You think girls are better at doing nails or boys?
I'm not sure.
All right, that's a good answer. That's a good answer, right? That they were telling me her nail guy is a dude named Kenny. She said he could hook you up. Said Kenny could hook you up with your nails, right? You could be a superhero too. You want to go with me? We'll get Kenny to do our nails? No. Nah, my man's like, nah. He doesn't want Kenny to do his nails. I would let Kenny do my nails. I'd be like, hook me up, Kenny.
Interesting.
Interesting. Are you interesting?
Yeah.
What's interesting about you?
That I'm mean.
Really? Like mean, like meow?
Yeah.
Like scratchy mean?
Yeah.
Why are you mean?
See, there's a lot of people in the school that I hate.
Yeah, hate's a strong word, right? Rick, hate's a strong word, huh?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I have to use that word.
Hate in my life.
I mean, there's a lot of people I dislike.
Okay.
How about we say that?
That's better.
That's better.
You know what Rick taught me years ago? This is hard to believe. You know when he got blown up, there was a guy at the end of a wire with a battery. And when his tank went over it, the guy touched it. So a guy actually blew him up, right, in a tank. And you know what he told me years ago? He goes, I'm not even mad at that guy. I don't even hate him.
Yeah, because he changed his life in a good way.
Yeah. Rick said that's the best thing that ever happened to him. But listen, the reason he says he doesn't hate him, and he changed my perspective because he said this. He said, if there were people rolling down your streets with tanks, would you be happy about it? No. And we don't think about it like that, right?
Yeah.
So, you're smart.
There's two sides to the story.
Actually, there's three.
Yeah.
There's your side, my side, and the right side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're smart.
What you were saying something about some guy with a wire?
Oh, I was just telling them because she used a pretty strong word. She used the word hate. And I'm not picking on
No, and because it's a world we live in. There's a lot of hate in the world.
And Rick
but we don't
taught me-
understand what hate really is.
And I used to say the same thing. I hate this, I hate that. And Rick always says he doesn't hate anything. And I said, imagine this to her. I said, imagine he doesn't even hate the guy that blew him up. Could you imagine not hating the guy that blew you up and did that to you?
You don't hate him?
There's no point. I don't even know who he is. So why would I hate a guy I don't even know? And that's hard for me to say because he killed my buddy. My buddy's no longer here. But if I allowed myself to hate him, guess what I would do? I would hate him every day. And hate is powerful. That's why I don't let hate into my life, because hate is the most powerful. And I don't even know what to call it because it's more than an emotion. And it almost turns into an action.
Yeah.
So I don't allow myself to hate. And I don't know that guy's story. I have no idea who he was. I don't know if maybe he lost his brother or his son or his daughter to an explosion. I don't know. I do not know his story. So I'm not going to allow myself to hate somebody that I don't know anything about. Yeah. And I know if I allowed myself to hate them, that I would it would affect my life every day in a very negative way. So I don't allow it.
What I like what Rick says, and I said this to them before you got here. I said if there were tanks, someone else's tanks rolling down the middle of your street right now, crushing your sidewalks, scaring your little brothers and sisters, you might not be too happy about that either.
And that's just unless you think they're there for good things. The problem is when we were over in Iraq, the people that were there, they didn't know why we were there. We had no real communication with them. They had no idea how to communicate. They didn't have TV. And if they did have TV, it was propaganda news that was on. So they hated us. When truly, the reason I was there, me personally, was to help people. That, when they needed help. And that's not what they were seeing. So if I was in the same situation in our country and there was tanks rolling down the street and I didn't want them here because a leader that I know nothing about wanted to be in my country, I might be doing the same thing, trying to get rid of them. So I don't know. I don't know what I would have done in his situation. I mean, he could have been just totally full of hate. I don't know. But that's exactly it. I don't know. So I can't assume it.
That's interesting perspective, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, we just got done with some breakout sessions up in the library, talked to some student leaders and some kids that just needed to get a little bit more of our message. And now we split the gym in half here, just the 9th graders. They said there was a tough group, but I don't care. I like the tough groups. All right, so 9th graders about to come in. I gotta find my man Rick. Oh, let's say hi to these girls. Hey, what's going on?
Hi guys. Hi.
What you got?
Add me on Instagram. Wait, add me on Instagram. Don't add her. Don't add me.
Give me that bill. There he is, man. Check it out. Oh.
You gotta give it back, I did it for the cause, man.
Hey guys, look, we're vloggers now. No bullying. Saves lives. Don't be a bystander.
Yo, what's good, man?
Hey guys.
It's your boy Joaquin Jackson, man. You feel me? I'm out here with my school.
Home team. Hey guys. Hey guys, my name is Almor Donsik. No, hi guys, my name is Almor Donsik. Oh my god. Give the camera back. The whole government. Oh yeah, sorry. Oh, hey. Hello guys. Hey. Okay. I left my phone. This is Memorial Junior High School. So today's vlog. Hey guys. This is my vlog. Yeah.
Don't mora puki. Stink. A lot.
Don't break the camera now. Guys, welcome to my school. Guys, our middle school. We don't go to no high school. We're going to is whack. Guys, don't bully. Don't bully. You've been here for I'm okay. Let's vlog other people. Be part of my vlog, guys. Guys, you guys want to be on my vlog?
It's Joaquin Jackson. I'm going to the league, man. You know what I mean? I have my son on Snap, though.
Hi. Guys, don't be a bully.
Nah, but I'm going to the league, and this is my friend Darwin. Oh, I don't know how to flip it, so
I don't know what it is, but add me on Snap, WILZE, and add me on IG. Alright, but yeah, you know what's up.
Alright, this is my principal. Can you watch out? This is my principal right here.
Guys, hope you enjoyed it. Memorial Junior High School.
Positivity and love is the key. That's the key to success.
This is second best stream player. First best. I am 14-year-old out here, man. I am 13 years old. D Rizzle, man. Hope.
I'll do it. No.
high school. Hey y'all. Hey Don, you want to be on the vlog? Hey guys. Look at Don's outfit, guys. Oh, I'll do. Hi guys, my name's Alma. I love this school. Bro,
say something about this school.
Okay, ready? I love this. Okay, guys. Today's been a great. Mr. Whalen, would you like to get into the vlog? Okay, this is our gym teacher. He's a pretty great guy. Thanks, Mr. Whalen. Hi, this is Mr. Caramelis. He's our gym teacher. Great guy. This was a really good, presentation. Like, because we got very inspirational. Our lives, this, just gave us hope and stuff like that. So much inspiration, guys. This inspired us a lot. It really helped a lot. I'm stuttering a little bit because it's making my English is not that good, but I'm gonna create hope. I'm gonna put hope in all you guys. Okay. Hope in the Haitians. Yes. Determination, guys. Determination.
Bye.
Well, you're leaving now?
Yeah. Yo, here we go. Getting out of here. Valley Stream. Good school, man. I was a little nervous. They told me this 9th grade was tough, but the Eagles, man, they were good, man. They were real good. I'm proud of this school, proud of these kids. I had more kids come up to me afterwards than probably almost any school this year. Some challenges, but the beauty was they had people by their sides. People that put their arm around them, held them, wiped their tears away for them. It was beautiful. And I guess that's what happens when you're an Eagle. Right? I was a Golden Eagle in college, right, Rockport. But that must be what the Eagles do, man. They take people under their wing. It was a thing of beauty. So I'm out of here, back leaving Long Island. Valley Stream was an amazing place. So you want to find some real superheroes, go to Valley Stream. Boom.